November 28, 5:30 p.m. Manila time, 10:30 a.m. Dutch time, magkakaroon ng ICC hearing on the petition of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Anong fearless forecast nyo, attorney? And what do you think is going to happen? Or is the interim release going to be granted?
Yeah, fearless forecast. I'm speaking as lawyers for the war on drugs victims, and we really hope and really pray that the appeal for the interim release decision will be denied, will be dismissed by the appeals chamber. Why am I saying this? That's our hope and prayer. Because in fact, what the appeals chamber will look at is there really a very obvious error in law or in fact? But we know that the pre-trial chamber in its decision na nagbasuka po sa interim release application, they really even used the statements of no less than the former president himself, Mr. Duterte, as well as the Vice President, Sara Duterte. So talagang there's factual basis for the denial of the application for interim release. Because they said that he's a flight risk based on his own statements and the statements of his family members. And then it's really a unanimous decision by the pretrial chamber. There was no dissenting opinion. So that's really our hope and prayer that the appeal will be dismissed by the appeals chamber.
But would the question of Duterte's health be a factor, whether minor or major, in the decision on the appeal?
Ed, no, it will not be a decision. It will not be a factor. In fact, it will never be considered as a factor. Why? Number one, it's not one of the conditions or grounds set forth in Article 58 of the Rome Statute. Number two, even the pretrial chamber actually dismissed and actually ignored that factor, did not consider that factor because health is never a consideration in terms of interim release application based on the Rome Statute. Why? Because, comes to my third point, all of the health and wellness needs of the detainee are provided for by the ICC.
So, attorney, if not the health, what about the concerns of the victims, the sentiments of the victims? Do you think you were able to present a good case before the ICC in order for this interim release request by former President Duterte to not be granted?
I think so, Pauline, because we actually shared our views and concerns through the Office of the Public Counsel for Victims. And remember, consideration for the victims is one of the conditions, one of the factors being considered by the pretrial chamber as well as by the appeals chamber, because it's in Article 58, if it will actually adversely affect the release of a detainee, can adversely affect, obstruct, or an investigation or prosecution. And we actually convinced that yes, because there are really high probability of security risks to the victims as well as potential witnesses if Mr. Duterte is released. Because the Duterte families are really still influential. In fact, all of the Duterte family members, except maybe for one, are actually public officers, elected officials.